concentrated on education sector, where we are able to train or able to have 40,000 professionals from education sector towards the information security and cyber security. And as a second, the phase 2 project was aimed at 1 lakh people from the education sector, along with the training and awareness program, national awareness programs. So the first aim of this project is including the various courses as part of the curriculum, whether you are part of mechanical engineering, whether you are part of any kind of stream in an engineering degree. So you should have something, you should know about something in the cyber security. Because of that, as India is pioneer in human resources, in particularly in IT, ICT sector, and by looking about that in 2005 itself, the government of India thought about that generating the manpower in the cyber security would be a great advantage to the country. So keeping in view of that, so because of the next, if you look into the by 2025, and we need an approximates globally, so that generation of such manpower at education level, it would be benefit for the industry. That is what the thought process at that time. So these 1 lakh professionals, either it could be an BTech retrofit course or MTech course or MTech full-time cybersecurity courses, which implemented in various premier institutes like IISc Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, IIT, IITs, NITs, and even though some of the triple ITs and premier engineering colleges. So there are 4 IITs, or including IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, IIT Guwahati. These 4 institutes are be recognized as an information security research and development centers, where these centers, these institutes are working on some kind of enabling the research activities with respect to the their expertise. Let's say take example of Indian Institute of Science. They were part of the cryptography and closely working with CDAC Bangalore. Also, then IIT Madras is working on hardware security. IIT Mumbai is majorly on mathematical computation for cyber security and blockchain technologies, distributed databases for cybersecurity. And IIT Guwahati is mainly working on IoT technologies, quantum computing. These areas they were taking care of. So there are 7 resource centers along with these ISRDs. These 7 resource centers are also like IIT Roorkee, IIT Kharagpur, and NITs from Jaipur, NIT Jaipur, NIT Surat, NIT Suratkal, NIT Warangal, NIT Roorkela. Along these 5 institutes are acting resource centers, bridge between ISRDs and participating centers, where participating centers with other NITs, triple ITs, premier engineering colleges, and a technical university. We have 5 technical universities like West Bengal Technical University, Gujarat Technological University, JNTU, Anna University, and Rajiv Gandhi Technical University at Bhopal. These are the 5 institutes are participated along with government agencies, CDAC, certain NILIT, NIT, NIC. All these institutes are participating institutes to take the flavor of academic activities and implementing the training activities at all levels. And also CDAC Hyderabad is acting as a project management unit and unit for national awareness program also. So this program is particularly be designed as per the directions of PMO office. Because of that, every ministry should have a nucleus, cybersecurity nucleus center to tackle their problems, so that the dependency could be reduced on agencies. It doesn't mean that you are going away from the agencies like certain NCIPPC, NTRO, CDAC, and other. It's like you need to build your own setup to understand, to combat the various attacks on your ministry and ministry departments. That is what the thought process. Because you look about that last 1 year, there are, whether it could be a part of because of the reasons of pandemic, we as individually or even the organizations, there are a number of attacks. And that whatever the things are happening with China, and China is intrusions on each and everywhere in each and every individual, we should require, should build some kind of a cyber security as an individual, as part of the organization in the thought process, so that every organization should have their own cyber nucleus center. That is what thought process. So this program is, I will try to explain about uh, in detail why, how we designed this program. We have with us Sri Dr. S.D. Sudarshan, Bangalore, uh, our Executive Director, CDAC. So I request Sir to give a kind of an overview of the requirement of the cybersecurity and address the trainees. Sir, welcome to program. Please, sir.
A small
Namaste and good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Can
good
you
morning,
hear
sir.
me?
Yes, sir. A small
Yes, sir.
introduction about sir. I would like to introduce sir. Am I audible, sir? Yeah. Dr. S.D. Sudarshan is Executive Director of CDAC Bangalore since August 2020. He has over 30 years of experience in R&D as a researcher and management in the area of engineering, analytics, industrial IoT, mining, information retrieval, cyber physical system, cyber security, next generation networks, wireless sensor networks, R&D management, etc. Now, with this brief introduction, I would like to invite Dr. S. Sudarshan, ED of CDAC Bangalore, to speak a few words about and enlighten our participants. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Namaste, everyone. It is a pleasure indeed to have all of you on this information security and education awareness program, particularly targeting to our government sector employees. As our Associate Director, Shri Murthy Garu already explained, we have a huge target of more than 1 lakh people to be covered in this thing, and in a very, very collaborative manner. And the very purpose is not that, there are specialized agencies which will take care, like CERTIN and maybe NCI, PPC and NTRO and other organizations. Definitely we are all there. CDAC is also there in a very big way for cyber security. But the specialties should not mean that the baseline should be very low. So it is extremely important that our day-to-day life, whether it is official or personal, has become more and more digital. And today, with the pandemic going on and the social distancing or physical distancing rather than social distancing, that having become the norm, we are forced to adopt digitalization faster than what we anticipated. So given that background, the so-called cyber hackers or the people who have intentions other than the honest business using digital platform, they have become extremely active. In fact, we always talk about this is the kind of vulnerability and the financial risk and strategic risk that is in place. But that does not even count the dark net, which is not even accounted for. So in one sense, this is becoming a parallel economy, which will be very harmful to humanity as a whole and India as a country in particular. So the purpose of this whole exercise is to increase the baseline, reduce the digital divide between the people who are into this kind of cyber security and hacking, both white and black, versus common man or man on the street as we call it. We should be aware in a much more higher way so that we cannot be taken for a ride. So a very simple example nowadays we find is you simply get a call saying that here is an OTP that would have come. Please share with us. You will get this much of benefits. It could be a coupon, it could be direct cash, or it could be sharing of a a movie to watch and things like that. So all these things require a huge number of self-containment from getting attracted by the so-called inappropriate marketing kind of things. We call it phishing attacks, all those things. And we also get emails, click on this link to proceed further. And many times these links are fake and they direct to a wrong site. And as per our IT Act, if you really look at it, any of us who is falling prey to it, particularly if you are using our own government network in the offices where the connectivity and service is provided by our employer, then any activity that we do not only puts the individual at risk, but also the platform provider, basically the person who is giving the network, which in this case is your employer, which in turn is a public funded agency. It could be a state government, central government, public sector enterprise. So they are also equally at fault as per law. So which means this cyber security related activities are becoming not only very important for the individual, but for the organization as a whole. So we cannot put the entire country at risk by clicking on links that should not be touched. And at the same time, we have to embrace the technology in a very positive way so that it is used for constructive purposes, so that we become a society that can be running at the speed of light through complete digital technologies, where the delay due to paper movements are reduced to the highest possible manner. So from that perspective, the use of say digital signatures, e-office, e-sign, e-praman, those kind of solutions become extremely important, so that we adopt the digital technologies in a safe and secure manner. And then there are certain hygiene. As much as we practice hygiene in normal life, in a physical sense, how do we keep our hands clean? We say we keep sanitizing. Similarly, here it is very important that every resource is always checked against malware, antivirus, and then all the storage is protected with password and appropriate multi-factor authentication. So those are the things. So the problem, as we say, well-defined problem is a solution half arrived already. Similarly, we think and we are confident that the complete awareness of these issues and risks are extremely important, and that itself will solve half the problem. Because if you are, aware of potential misuses, we will always be at guard, which will means that we will eliminate quite a number of, high volume, low quality attacks very easily. Then, the high-end attacks can be taken care by the infrastructure and policies and organizations, like cybersecurity cells, CERTIN, and all the supporting arms of the government of India. So that way, I think, it is a joint exercise. Just like we are fighting the pandemic as a society as a whole, each of us should fight this digital pandemic in cyber attack to be taken care in a very, very big way. And I'm very happy that, about 100 plus people will be attending this particular 5-day session. And sessions are going to be handled by experts from Dr. Misbahuddin to Mr. Sanjay Adiwal, and then we have Mr. Pravesh and Mr. Kopinath. Each of them have expertise in a very, very unique areas. For example, Dr. Misbah actually handles DNS security, PKI awareness, and he has been working in this for a long, long time with Mr. Murthy. And this team has been delivering so many exercises and solutions as well as hands-on. Because we do feel that unless you wet your hands with actual hands-on, the feel will not be there. As we say, the success in the consumption and the taste in the taste of the pudding. So here we have also come up with certain methods by which, even though you are in a network far located, you will be able to actually log in and practice some of the activities that will be taught. So it is not going to be a pure theoretical and paperwork, but it is something that will be really hands-on, which not only you can practice, you can spread it to your colleagues, you can spread to your family members, your friends, and your own social networks that are available. Because a cyber-aware society will probably reduce the risk of cyber loss by a very, very significant amount. That much money will be available for positive engagement rather than trying to curtail cyber attacks. So the country will be benefited, as individuals will be benefited, as a society will be benefited. So definitely it is a extremely nice program. We thank MeitY for supporting this cause and putting together the best of the best teams in this country to take this forward. And so with this, I request everyone to spend your full time, quality time, and take the exercises to your heart and practice it and enjoy these sessions. and I wish each of you success and cyber safe future for the country as well as for each of us in isolation as an individual. So thank you very much and wish you all the very best. And we wish to see you in one or the other activities in future in person as well, so that some of the discussions can happen maybe over a cup of tea or coffee or whatever break that we can think of. So once again, thank you all and you all have a nice day. Thank you very much. Murthy sir, you are muted.
Oh, sorry. So, thank you very much, sir, for giving an oversight of entire cybersecurity right from risk assessment to mitigation to individual perspective of the cybersecurity and the importance of the cybersecurity. So definitely, we are very much sure, as Sir said, this is the practical oriented training where we thought of that the introduction of the various experts from CDAC Bangalore, CDAC 13, NIC, STQC for various topics so that you can continually discuss about your doubts or implementation at your ministry could be continued even though after further this 5 days training. And it is not only limited to this 5 days training, and we have parallelly an e-learning program which we are giving, and whatever the lectures and already we are enabled. I'll show the demonstration for a few minutes so that how do you access and all, and based on that, if you have any kind of problems with respect to that, so definitely we can solve the by that experts and all. See, just a minute, I'm sharing my thing basically. Just a minute. So this is what online foundation course on cybersecurity. Along this is maybe it would be available for 130 days for you to access all videos, all content based on that whatever the lectures are on this week. And even though we have another one, basically that I'll try to give. This is the virtual labs. So these are two programs. So that means virtual programs are part of the practical thing, and the learning, e-learning would be majorly videos, the lectures, whatever happened during this year, and even the past videos of some of the trainings. Because of this is the 8th batch, there are 7 batches are already over, and some of the experts are different trainings, different experts might be there. Even though some of the experts from outside are also there. Those videos also would be part of this e-learning mode. So whenever you feel and whenever you have some time traveling from office to home in the metros and all, you can access and do complete and try to become as a cybersecurity expert. I know that you are maybe you are very much senior in your organization and you completed your degree almost because we have seen some people completed 20-25 years back their degree, and maybe they are becoming in their area expertise, but now cybersecurity would be a kind of requirement for any kind of domain. Whatever the domain expertise you have, cybersecurity expertise is always required for each and every domain, because every domain is now adopting IT, ICT technologies or even the OT technologies. However, so when these technologies are adopting, cybersecurity is very much required, and it definitely plays an important role. That is what we all request, whether you are part of administration, whether you are part of management, and whether you are part of technology. So we request you to be just be part of this program and learn the things and adapt to your domain technologies. So let's say if you look into about that, this particular online foundation course on cybersecurity, this is practical oriented, and you can have, this is the https cybersecurityskills.in/vlab is the URL, and for logging into this URL, there is simply you have to click the started. Let's started. You maybe enter your email. and you have to give this. There is we didn't make this system as part of the cyber security and all. Simply we are using e-learning mode, or we also integrate with your email as an authentication or your mobile as an authentication. So that's what once you log in, you will get an OTP to your email ID. So you have to go. Oh, I'm very sorry, I didn't start this. It takes some more time. I have to open my email ID. Email. Yeah. So if you look into that, I got an email with respect to OTP ID 2169 229615. 229615. And again, I have to use the CAPTCHA. And you all know that what is the importance of the CAPTCHA to avoid bots. So this is the login. See, already I reserved a lab will start at 10:10 p.m. Okay, so there is otherwise there are available virtual labs are there like a Wireshark TCP/IP lab, scanning exploit lab, crypto lab, Snort IDS lab, hardening audit labs. These are the labs are available, and you can reserve these labs. You can reserve these labs, and of course this is available now 31st March 2021. Of course we will extend up to April 15th also. We should not worry about that. We insist that you do all the things and click any one time, because this lab we restricted to only half an hour, so that you can also have this within half an hour, this lab. And again you can reserve anytime, because these are available even the night time also. If you want, we add even the early morning till night, full night also, because we are not seeing anything after 12 o'clock. So we didn't start anything after 12 o'clock. So after selecting this, simple reserve VLAB, slot reserved successfully. So your slot will be on 11:30 a.m. Here it will be automatically comes. So once that is where one this one, and otherwise if you are going through this here, if you log in into, maybe we created already your email ID. So just you have to give the password. For this you have to remember password. You have to set your password and remember your password. As you know that the password should be minimum 8 characters and use all variety of keywords. So of course I didn't get your batch, but however I am part of the foundation batch 5. If you go there, then there are 4 modules are there. If you look into that, 4 modules are there. The first module is cybersecurity basics for IT ICT environment, where 25 files are there, 8 pitches are there, 1 folder with videos are there. There are books, 12 books are there. 1 PDF annotation is there. Similarly, for each module, second module is information security policies, procedures and guidelines, and systems and network security concepts, and information security audit and assessments. These 4 are available in this. Of course, exercises and case studies and day-wise lecture videos as part of this program would be there. And if you click that first module, see what we do that for understanding of each one, the PPTs we presented, the PPTs are available that you can download it directly. And there are practical labs are there. How to practical labs you have to do, you can download it. And see that entire total chapter is available, notes, introduction to information security. So these notes are there, you can download it or you can read it, these notes. And see, this is what purpose of the course and all available in this. So let's say if you take it that this is one of the slide, the slide is having in a notes. So if you read these slides and if you write your own notes, because we never cross anything outside of the outside of the syllabus what we have given. So these, if you are learning and if you are studying and writing by yourself in a notes, let's say this entire one slide, maybe you may get 1 or 2 questions based on this what we have written in this itself. Let's say to protect physical systems, objects, or areas from unauthorized access and misuse. So what kind of security you apply means maybe a multiple choice question: physical security, personal security, operational security, communication security. So you have to select which one, right one. Maybe we may ask in different way, but not crossing anything what we didn't give it. See, that's what I request all of you, that you go through these slides and read these slides. And of course, our colleagues also will add, like Dr. Mishab and Sanjay, all these people will add their lecture notes to the e-learning system. And also, they may be giving in that from that itself their questionnaire. And this e-learning, and if today that 5 days programming and completing the labs, you will get an average 40% marks in your assessment itself. So that's what I request you to complete all these things. And once if you are completed, you know that all fundamentals of cyber security. And I'm telling now itself, so this program is, we wanted to create an ecosystem that you all people are understand the cyber security concepts. As I told before, so for management people, that means as per role of your activities, we are designing in a level 2 courses, rather than saying level 2, level 1 courses, because we always says this as an advanced level 0 course. And the level 1 course we are creating with respect to your expertise, your role, what you are playing in the government. So, but for getting into the level 1 course, you should have this fundamentals knowledge and basic knowledge of cybersecurity. That's what we are making this. Every ministry should have these basics, so that you can take your respective role-based course, and then level 2 courses would be level 1, level 2 courses would be designed by IIT and CDAC centers and other implementing agencies, including CERTIN and NIC. And maybe they designed level 1 courses by IITs and began implementing CDAC and elite courses, but level 2, level 3 courses with respect to your career path would be done at IIT levels. Even the level 3 course could be, some people we can bring out from the even the foreign universities like Carnegie Mellon University. Maybe that is maybe through remotely, or we will look into that. We are planning this level 1, level 2 courses physically, depending upon what is the situation from April, May onwards. Maybe level 1 courses still may go on remotely, pandemically, as part of the pandemic part, because we are getting second level of this COVID-19 by seeing some of the recent results outputs. So, but level 2, level 3 courses are all physical courses. Even though we thought that level 1 courses can be conducted physically, so that you all can come dedicatedly and work on that. That is what still we are insisting, because everything is not possible such courses in remotely. But however, we are designed in the best way our courses and the labs, so that so labs can be so I can start VLab, start virtual lab. So if you look into that, because this is time 10:10 is open, and this we are further we are improving as what you are getting directly this EE system, because this is a Wireshark lab. Only one system with internet is required. And if you wanted to see the labs will be there. You can open one lab each, like introduction to PDF Wireshark lab. You can each. These are available here itself. Then TCP/IP, these two protocols is here. Then maybe you can start directly by just giving a starting command Wireshark itself. So this Wireshark practically you can do that, and you can collect the filter. So before going that, you can do all labs. So this is the, you are getting 123.88. So you are able to ping it up with this local system. So then net start. So these are some of the comments they will see that, and who are connected and all this connected, this could be collected it. Then you can also all interfaces wide. Oh, sorry, I selected different one. Not be initiated an interface, you don't have a permission to capture that. Okay, so I have to give a password. So this they will try to explain these things, and you can give that, and in the documentation you have these okay. So this error is coming, then you have to select like a sudo uh, user mode. Actually, I don't know password. So you have to give user mode a -g Wireshark to start your name. That's what you have to give it first. Sudo maybe select at 1 2 3 for does not exist user mod. Okay. Okay, I'm very sorry here. I don't know what is that Wireshark. Somebody while try to explain this thing, they will explain this labs as okay. So my password is not working. I have to contact respect to Wireshark. So to start this Wireshark, actually username password is required. So I don't know. Password is not command is not working. So anyway, when the people are trying to explain these labs, they may be showing the demonstration. So recently they kept a password. Initially the password I have to search that. So like this you can do as many as labs also. And coming back to this dashboard. See you these are the some of the things, and if you see let some videos also will be there where you can search these videos day-wise lecture videos would be there, each layer each day maybe it is available day-wise lecture videos, or otherwise the respective videos will be their ISMS standards and guidelines. So the lectures which were taken under this one would be available. So these are available, and the series 10 minutes, 15 minutes for your comfortableness. So along with that, you have exercises also. These exercises you need to fill up. this exercise case studies. There are 16 are there. Another 4 CDAC Bangalore would be implemented as part of their lectures. So let's say if you look into that exercise 1, so install Wireshark any internet machine or collect package by accessing the www.microsoft.com or even your website itself. The results should be submitted with the following details. What is the IP address of www.microsoft.com, source and port and the destination ports, the hexadecimal packet details. So where we expect that the hexadecimal packets would be taken out from that respect to this one, because anytime when the packets are traveling, when you are collecting the packets in the format of hexadecimal, by seeing that packet itself, whether what kind of packet it is there, like whether it is a TCP packet, HTTP packet, DNS packet, you need to understand. So initially Wireshark and TCP dump are helping, but by any time by seeing the packet itself, uh, you can easily tell about that what kind of packet. So that once you understand that, it is very easy to understand what kind of attacks and all. So this should be submitted by 1st April 2021. So these are the exercises and studies where these 5 studies would be there: risk management, data classification, Wi-Fi settings at your home, critical infrastructure. After understanding IDS, firewalls and all, these are should be submitted, and you will get more than 20 marks by submitting these. That is where we are understanding about that after doing your practicals, and this one 20-25% of marks you will get it once you submit it. So remaining 75 marks within your attendance is another 15%, and that final assessment on 60% of the marks. So this is where we generally evaluate yourself, and based on this performance, we immediately select for the level 1 courseware, where it is majorly the courseware which you required as per your transactions. Let's say you are a part of the management, like policies, designing a policies, procedures, guidelines for your ministry. That is where the role-based trainings would be implemented at the level 1 course. And if you're looking at that before closing, so this is where basically we need to understand when you are moving to cyber security. The security triad. What is the security triad? We will see that. So it's basically